All right, guys, whatever you do, do not buy the Harbor Freight compression tester. I'll show you why in this video. All right, so let me quickly draw an engine here. So you have your piston, got your crank. Okay, so here is your cylinder head, right? Okay, your spark plug goes in here. Now, normally, a compression gauge will measure the pressure in PSI that is generated in this volume. So that's what the service manual has in PSI. Okay? A properly designed compression gauge will have the Schrader valve right here, just like on your tire valve. It's a one-way check valve. It'll let air in to the gauge, and it'll get the correct reading. But here's how the Harbor Freight gauge works. It doesn't have anything here. It's just a wide open hole, right? You got a long tube, super long, and then you got your gauge here. And I have reason to believe that the Schrader valve is up here. So what happens is now you have all this extra volume, and as a result, you get about half of the PSI outlined in your service manual. And this drove me nuts. I mean, I bought this and I used it on a couple engines and I was getting like 60 PSI when it should have well over 100 or whatever, 120. And I couldn't figure out what was going on because the gauge checked out fine on shop air. And then I noticed it didn't have a Schrader valve there. So guys, if you have this compression gauge, do not use it. You're gonna get half the value, return it, get your money back. And I'm gonna recommend one that works really well and can also be converted for leak down testing. All right, let me show you which one I recommend instead. So it's this one right here. And I'll put the name and model number. I'll have a link pop up and I'll have an Amazon link in the upper right. Anyway, I've had this one for like, I don't know, over 5 years or so, and it's worked great. Comes with all the adapters you need. M14, M12, M10, and this is the most important part right here. It has the Schrader valve right at the end of the hose, which screws into the head. So you're going to get the PSI readings that the manual specifies, not unlike, having it on a super long hose. I believe AutoZone rents compression gauges, so if you don't feel like buying one, go there and you can rent one, do what you got to do, and you can return it. I'll also throw a bunch of links in the iCard on how to compression test, how to change this to a leak down tester, and so forth. So I already got a bunch of information on how to use this and whatnot. All right, guys. So how do you know what's good or what's not at Harbor Freight? Sometimes you get lucky with tools and whatnot, and by no means am I knocking Harbor Freight. I mean, I have plenty of tools from there. I still go there and buy stuff. It's just that they simply missed the design intent for this compression gauge. But anyway, how do you know if a tool is good or not before you even go to the store to buy it? So over here on the Garage Journal forum, and if you're not a member over here, I highly recommend you check this site out. It's awesome for all garage related stuff. And my username over there is Boknock, which is my last name. Anyway, there's a Harbor Freight pass-fail thread. So everyone inputs how they feel or they review the product and say whether it's a pass or fail. And what's cool about this is you can use the thread tools and you can search by the model number, and then you'll find out what other people are saying about the product, whether breaks right away or it lasts, and that'll save you some time for sure. All right, one more thing. Huge thanks to my patrons. I got 25 patrons as of now, $79 per video of support, and that is just freaking awesome, dude. So thanks a lot, guys. And I got 3 new patrons, and a huge thanks to Walter, Kevin, and Trent, who are my $10 patrons. You guys are awesome. And just so you know, I have the option of selecting whether to collect from my patrons or not, and this video I'm not, because it's only a few minutes long. I didn't need help. It was a pretty simple video to put together, but if I'm working on a video that's a half an hour long, 45 minutes long, or took a long time to create, you know, that's why I set this up. That's what I need help for. So I hope you guys can understand that. And I know this is really confusing, but I got a bunch of videos on why I was doing it. So anyway, hope you guys can see where I'm coming from. And I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. All right, that's it for this video. Make sure to hit that like button and share this with your riding buddies. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified right away when new videos come out. If you'd like to support me in creating more videos, such as this one, check out my Patreon page and see if you can help me out. You can also buy me an ice cold beer or two by clicking on the link. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.